Hello, everybody. Mr. Jantix here, coming at you with episode 4 with my co host. Oh gosh, I butchered that. Everybody, it's Mr. Rozoku over here.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Oh man, I butchered that. Take a week off and look what happens. But yeah, I mean, we missed a week. Apologies. We both had stuff come up and it just. Yeah, just things happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're here now, and that's what matters.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
all of this new news that we missed over
Yeah.
the missing week.
I have stuff from last week and from this week, so I mean, I don't know if you brought stories as well.
I have a few things we could talk about if you haven't already heard of them.
Yeah, we can see. I mean, do you want me to start off then?
Yeah, you go.
All right. So, I mean, the first thing is last week, actually like 10 days ago now, Activision dropped the ban hammer on more than 65,000 accounts for Call of Duty alone, which is quite a bit
That
of
sounds
cheaters.
like it. How many did you say? 65,000?
65,000.
That's a lot, but there's a lot of people that play that game, so I think in the run, that's a really good thing that they caught.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, they get like a couple million unique active players a month or something. So
Oh yeah,
it's not like it's a crazy number. I mean, it is, but for Call of Duty, it's not.
yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, let's see if I can find. I mean, in 2020, I had 100 million unique active users.
Jesus.
And then more recently, they announced 111 million.
Oh, one big thing we missed was Game Informer is no longer a thing.
Yes, which was that last week or was that a this week thing?
No, that was last week.
Yeah.
Uh, after 33 years, it finally ended, which is insane to me.
Yeah, especially
People who don't
since
know, as I used to work at GameStop, and GameStop would give you, Game Informer if you were a member.
well, GameStop also owns Game Informer in recent years.
Yeah, maybe.
GameStop bought them out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the crazy part about that is how they just deleted the website.
Yep. It's
So,
just everything's just gone now, and it's like,
yep,
well,
every article,
that's
everything on there.
that's terrible when that happens to people, because there's a few writing podcasts I listen to that the writers got their start doing stuff for websites, and those websites that own all of their work just aren't around anymore, so they can't go back and see how they did or how they've changed over the years.
Not only that, but if they don't have backup save, they can't show their
Yeah, you
work
can't have
to
access to it.
current or to potential employers. So if
Yeah,
like a writer's like, "Hey, I wrote all these articles," and they say, "Oh, send us some," you can't if you don't have backup saved.
yeah. So it's like, oh, cool. I've been, even if they were like, oh, in the last, 5 years, I've been working for Game Informer as this person writing this kind of article, and they can't do anything about showing their work now.
Yeah, it's a super crappy situation.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, when I heard about that, I used to get Game Informers. I was
Oh
never
yeah.
big into physical magazines. There was
I
a
liked it just
while.
because it was something to get in the mail, and it's like, oh, neat. Here's all the new stuff that's coming out that I already know about because the internet's a thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I used to get the OXM every month, if you remember what that was.
Yeah. The
For
original
sh-
Xbox magazine,
yeah, I
baby.
used to get that every month. I had a couple years worth that I think I just threw out. Um, But yeah, in recent times, it's all on the internet. It's all on
Yeah.
Twitter and TikTok and everything before they could even write a story. So super sad though to see people losing jobs and things getting taken down.
Yeah.
In happier news, the Borderlands movie came out.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Happier. Great.
Yeah.
To a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's like at a 4 now, but
I think it jumped up to a
everybody's
6 at some point.
trashing that movie, man.
Yeah. People were saying it just shouldn't exist. And I'm just like, yeah.
No.
Like, with how many rewrites they did on the script and everything, it's just.
Oh, and then the original writer was like, nah, 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 take my name off. So they put a fake name in for him.
Well, yeah, because they completely redid his
They
script, so it
butchered it.
wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It was on its third director by the time it came out, or third.
Eli Roth. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they brought in somebody else, I think, too. It was just a
Yeah,
mess.
there was some second unit director. It was a whole mess.
Yeah, and I heard people talking about it, and that like it's not bad for a $20 million budget movie, except for it's $120 million budget movie.
Yep.
So like some of the reviewers I follow were like, if we weren't reviewing this movie, we would have left the theater about 45 minutes in. But they're like, because we were reviewing it, we didn't want to leave halfway through. We wanted to make sure it got,
Yeah, what if it gets good?
which it didn't. Apparently, it just like plot points just happen.
Yep. Uh, it's narrative is told through action scenes, which is never a good thing.
Yeah, from
So
what I
it's
heard,
exposition dump, action scene, exposition dump, action scene.
the action scenes are really bad.
Yeah.
It has some decent CGI, but it also has some of the worst in recent memory from what people were saying.
Yeah.
Um, the ending kind of just happens. Like, I don't want to spoil anything because I watched one that was like spoiled the whole thing because I'm like, I'm never gonna watch this unless it's free.
No, of course, yeah.
So I watched one that spoiled everything, and it was like, yeah. So like this main character just does an ability like 80% way through the movie, and it was like looks at the camera and goes, "Oh, I guess I can do this now."
Sure, yeah. That's that snappy writing, you know,
And it's like,
that you expect from the guy who wrote what did he write? The Last of Us and
that's the guy who
something
got his name
else.
taken off
Yeah, exactly. Which
because
is
he was like,
that's
"You
crazy.
butchered my script. I don't want my name on this."
Yeah.
And the guy that took over was the guy who did. It was. I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to get it wrong.
No, of course not. Can't be
movie.
spreading lies out on the internet.
Oh, Eli Roth's name is still on there too.
Oh yeah, no, Eli Roth is still. He's like, I directed this shit out of this movie, even though it sat for 4 years, and Eli Roth's other movie Thanksgiving came out in between then and now. So it sat long enough for Eli Roth to go out, write a script, get the funding for it, shoot the movie. Movie comes out, then Borderlands comes out.
So he's directed a couple movies, none of which I've heard of, which is always a good thing. I swear there was something else that he wrote or directed that I've heard was bad.
Oh, who could know?
He also goes by the name David. Interesting. Joe Abercrombie is the other writer. He did Love, Death, and Robots the first season. He must have done an episode or two there. And a bunch of yeah, so the writer, he did one episode of Love, Death, and Robots, and then he did the screenplay for Borderlands.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. And he was an actor in 2007. He did one film.
Oh, cool.
That's his resume. That's good for a large, giant summer blockbuster that's supposed to be one of the biggest movies of the year. Get some guy who's only done one movie.
Yeah, why not?
I heard Kate Blanchett was kind of the only one who did good. Like everybody else kind of did bad.
Yeah, but there's also, you know, that's not like the kind of character she's usually playing. So it's like, yeah, she's a good actress, but or actor rather, but
Yeah, dude, everybody's just trashing it, giving it 1 stars on IMDb. It is bad. Yeah, so it had 115 estimated budget, and so far it's made 10 million. So they've lost
nice.
105 million dollars on this so far. Oh no, it grossed worldwide was 100 or 15, so it's only lost 100 million.
Yeah, only 100 mil.
Yeah, that's so bad. The CEO of the Borderlands company, I can't think of the company.
2K
Gearbox. Gearbox.
Gearbox. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He came out. I mean, he was yelling at fans on Twitter, calling them stupid or whatever. But then he tried to redeem himself by saying, if a bunch of giant big name actors can't save this series, we'll just make another game because we apparently know what we're doing or something. And people were like, are you dissing famous? Like what?
I don't. Yeah, that's a weird.
It was a very weird quote.
That's
And
a
then
weird diss. I don't know.
people in the comment or in the replies were just like, what are you trying to say here? Like the last game or two weren't very well accepted either.
Yeah. What was it? Handsome Jack and through the pre-sequel, I think, were the last ones that came out.
No, pre-sequel was like 4 ago. Come on.
Oh, was it really? Jeez.
It was 1, 2, pre-sequel. I think Tiny Tina and then 3, or is it 3 and then Tiny Tina?
3, then Tiny Tina.
And then the Tales from the Borderlands. There's 2 of those. The first one people liked. The second one, which was like just came up, people weren't a big fan of.
Yeah.
Tiny Tina didn't sell well, but I played it and I thought it was pretty good. I'm currently playing through 3, so it doesn't seem bad. It just seems like more Borderlands, which, I mean, I'm down for. It's just very tone deaf, and it's just very interesting. But, not going to see that movie ever. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. In other news about movies and games about movies, do you remember whenever that Evil Dead game came out? And everybody was like, oh man, there's an Evil Dead game coming out. And
yes, I think so.
Just didn't, do well or at all.
Yeah.
Well, the team behind that are working on 2 new Halloween games based on the John Carpenter movie of the same name.
Okay.
Using the Unreal Engine 5. They're hoping to have them out next year. But we don't really know anything else about it. Pretty much they've just come out and said, hey, we're making this. And that's kind of it. So more on that as it develops, because I knew that game was going to be terrible whenever it first came out, because the Friday the 13th game was good in the beginning and then it fell off. And Dead by Daylight was really good and then it fell off. So this is going to come out and it's going to fall off.
It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But I mean, it might not be.
It might be good. Exactly. Like that's always my hope, is like, oh, maybe it's good. And usually for the first week or two it is. Like whenever Friday the 13th came out, I didn't play a lot of it. Came out around the same time as Dead by Daylight, and I didn't really play a lot of that, so I didn't have reason to be like, oh, this is crap. But doing the whole 4v1, what is that called, asymmetric multiplayer, was new and different to me. So I'm like, oh, this is great. And then people stop playing it and it's only online. So yeah.
Yeah. The 4v1 games kind of died out. Yeah, because I used to play some of those too, and I don't know, they just got old quick. Like it's either the four were overpowered or the one were overpowered, and the balancing never seemed to be right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if I have any other things to dive right into. I mean, I got a bunch of things. Speaking of old things coming back, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
There no more erotic added to the photos, which was just
Really?
a stupid thing.
Was there erotic in the game?
So in the game, you take photos to get points,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
in those photos, you got points for, oh, this one's gory or this one's whatever. But if you caught a zombie bending over or showing midriff, it would give you points for erotic.
I don't remember that, but I also played this game as a kid, so I probably was like, because I mean, it came out 18 years ago, which I would have been 12. So I probably played this game when I was like 13, 14. What was it, Frank West or whatever his name was?
Yep, Frank West.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying this remaster is pretty good.
I mean, the base game was really good,
Yeah.
and they're doing it in the new the RE engine, so
Okay.
that'll have it looking great. It's set to come out September 19th for the PS5, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah, yeah,
It looks great. I'm gonna have some fun back at the Willamette Mall.
yeah. What I liked is that there's a story, but you could just run around and do whatever you want. You do
Oh
not
yeah,
have
you
to
don't have
follow.
that's my favorite too is Dead Rising 2. It's like, oh, my son or my daughter's sick, so I got to get this medicine, and then you just completely ignore that and just go do whatever else you want.
You're like, ah, I'm just killing zombies. I don't care about my
Yep.
son. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, so from what I've seen, it looks good. They've done some quality of life updates. They added autosaves, which were not in the game before.
That's good, yeah, because you used to have to go to these safe areas or the bathroom, and you could save there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember it was the bathroom, or was it just the bathrooms? I think there was another area that,
I think there was a couple, yeah, like
like
little
locker
areas you
rooms,
could get to.
like the
Yeah,
locker rooms. I think were save rooms.
anywhere with a turlet.
Yeah. So yeah, that looks good.
Yep. In other remake news, Rockstar said that the Max Payne remake is gone into full production, so that's fun. We'll be seeing that probably later next year.
Yeah, yeah,
Which that's going to be super fun. I remember playing the first Max Payne games whenever they first came out, and that was great. And then I saw the Mark Wahlberg movie, and it was bad.
was it bad? I don't remember that. I don't
Yes,
think.
it's very. Sorry,
I mean,
no, it's
I
if
don't
you
think
go
I ever
back and
watched it.
watch it. Oh yeah, no, it's bad.
Okay.
Mila Kunis is in it, and she plays like the sister of
She's.
Max's wife. I think it's a whole weird thing, and then yeah, it's just a weird movie that
I mean,
is not good.
did they at least have a slow mo scene?
Oh yeah, the whole movie is like half slow mo.
Oh, so it can't be that bad.
We're gonna
Just
watch
kidding.
it,
I'm
you
just
and
kidding.
I, and
What kind of live stream us watching it?
hold on. What's the? I gotta look up what the tomato score of that is right now.
I'm gonna laugh if it's like an 80 or something stupid.
Oh, let's see, 16.
16. Well, that's like
16.
3 times as good as Borderlands. So,
Yeah, that's true.
God, that's funny. Did they come out? No, I'm thinking Mad Max. That's a different thing.
Yep, that's
Because I was
totally
like,
different.
Mad Max was actually good, and then I was like, wait, that's Mad
Oh
Max,
yeah,
not
and the game was
Max
actually
Payne.
good too. If you ever played the Mad Max game,
I haven't, but I knew it was a good game. I've heard people say that it's like the best automotive combat in a game ever.
it's very good.
Yeah.
I will give it that.
And more remake news, because QuakeCon was that last weekend? Gosh, I think it was last weekend.
Might have been last weekend, 2 weekends ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last weekend. They announced the Doom and Doom 2, like the originals, are getting enhanced for like modern day. So like the
Oh, nice.
1993 and whenever Doom 2 came out. It's going to be in one enhanced bundle that has both of them. It will include all previously released editions as well as a new Legacy of Rust update, which includes new single player levels developed by id Software, Night Dive Studios, and Machine Games, which are people who work on those games. You can choose between the older soundtracks or new tracks composed by Andrew Holschult, which I think makes the soundtracks for the new Doom games.
Oh, nice.
It's also going to have 4K support and cross-platform play for up to 16 players.
That'd be cool. So it's like a new Quake Arena.
Yeah, and $10 on Xbox Series, Xbox One, Windows PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So, yeah, it's also got 120 FPS mode. So
that would be crazy. My brain just processed like, oh, the original Doom. Like I'm thinking what was it, 8-bit Doom or maybe 16-bit, whatever it was originally,
yeah,
and just that at 120 frames a second.
I think that's what this is.
Oh God,
Let me click on this.
that'll be so weird.
Yeah, it literally is.
Oh no,
That's what it is.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, I'm gonna send you the video on it. You just look up Doom plus Doom 2 trailer. They just released this 7 days ago. Share, not create post copy. Where is Discord? Yeah, it's literally the 8-bit version. And it's in 4K 120.
Wow, it is. That's crazy.
It is crazy with a new level that's made in the 8-bit style.
That's cool.
So, and it has online deathmatch and co-op up to 16 players with 43 deathmatch levels, all in 8-bit. It is
That's going to be really neat.
Support community modding.
Good.
Oh yeah, I forgot it shadow dropped when they announced it. They're like, oh, it's out now.
That's insane.
Yeah, so that's a thing that came out. It's also available in Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, nice.
And if you already own the first or the second Doom, it's available as a free update.
That's pretty cool that they did that.
Yeah, so this is literally just like hey, we're only making it $10 because we want to make a little bit of money, but if you like have anything, it's free. And then the next Doom, The Dark Ages, that's going to come out next year. So it's going to be interesting. And then I have one other, not remaster, but I don't know how to segue into this, so I'm just going to go all in. There's a new Game Boy handheld coming out. Not made by Nintendo, it's made by a third party.
Oh, that's cool.
It's called the Pocket Damage.
Pocket Damage? Okay.
Yeah, Pocket DMG. It's made by Ayaneo. It's got a OLED display, a touchpad, and a joystick. It can play modern games, but it's literally looks like a Game Boy Color. It looks more like a Game Boy Classic. But Ayaneo is a gaming handheld and mini PC company that has released a bunch of unique devices. Yeah, so it's inspired by the Game Boy and the Game Boy Micro. So they have the normal Game Boy layout, plus they added in joysticks and bumper buttons.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a
I'm thinking in the Game Boy Micro because that was just a D-pad, a start, select, and a B and an A. It didn't have the shoulder buttons or analogs.
yeah, neither did the Game Boy. It just had the four ABXY.
Yeah, we didn't get a proper analog until what, the 3DS.
Uh, was it the Advance SP
Uh,
had one?
no, it didn't. The Advance SP? No, that still had the D-pad.
Yeah, but uh, don't make me go in the closet and pull it out.
Hey, man, I'll pull out my SP. It's chilling with Pokemon Silver in it.
I think that's what mine's chilling with.
Nice. Uh, in other remake news,
Oh,
there's
it
a
didn't.
Lollipop Chainsaws remake remasters coming out, which
What?
that game was great.
Oh yeah.
But it's getting a remaster for the Switch, PS5, and Xbox.
Yep, I heard about that.
There's a collector's edition I'm thinking about buying that comes with a statue and a bunch of other bullshit.
Of course. Oh man, I don't think I would be allowed to play that game.
What? Why not?
I don't
There's
know.
a new because the of what they changed in this game. Uh, the original mode is based on the original release, while the repop mode has less violence and uses pop art damage effects.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, so it'll support 4K resolution, 60 frames a second, while the Switch will have full HD resolution and 30 frames a second. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah. It's always fun.
They announced Civilization 7.
Did
Uh,
they?
the release is scheduled for Q4 of fiscal year 2025. So that's before March 31st. So it'll release sometime between now and then.
Okay.
That's going to be something else. Because I don't know if you've played the Revolution games, but those are
I played
pretty crazy.
I played Revolution because there's only one of those. But the
Oh,
Civilization games I've played as well.
it wasn't it originally Civilization, and then Civilization Revolution was a is it a different
Revolution,
series?
it was a spin-off.
Oh, okay. I only played the Revolutions or Revelations, whatever you want. I don't know.
Yeah, there's only one Revolution because it was a spin-off game, and then they went back to making just regular Civilization games, if I remember right.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and the Revolution was on the 360. It was like the first Sid Meier
Yeah,
game on a console or
that was the
something.
one that I played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played that. I played Civ 4, Civ 5, and Civ 6, I think. But those games, when one game takes like 2 hours, it just
Yeah.
doesn't.
You
I
have
don't
to
have time.
want to be
Yeah,
in all that.
you have to be in the mood to sit down and play online with somebody. Because I would play. I had a buddy back then that would play with me like 10 years ago. So me and him would sit down back before I had a life.
Just play that for like 4 hours.
Yeah, we just jump online, do 2v2 online, and just team up against other people.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, in the single player stuff or in co-op, you can like pause it or like save and come back. But yeah, with the online, obviously, if you back out, it counts as a loss. So,
Right.
um, yeah, that was rough. Let's see. I think I have a couple more things before I want to dive into other things. Oh,
Yeah.
Dragon Age: The Veilguard had their release date officially announced, which is Halloween, October 31st, for
Oh, neat.
the next Dragon Age game.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's almost a decade after Inquisition. It's going to be on Xbox, Windows, and PS5. So yeah, that would be interesting. Is this
Was Inquisition the last one, or was Origins 2 the last one?
Inquisition?
Mm,
Yeah, and that was almost a decade ago.
jeez.
So yeah, and it's from BioWare, which used to be one of the best, but has been a little bit shaky recently. So this could be return to form. Let's hope. And they're probably gonna announce a lot more stuff because next week is Gamescom. Gamescon?
Yeah,
Gamescom? Gamescom.
Gamescom
Yeah, with an M.
with an M.
Yeah, I get confused because everything's con for convention, and then
Yeah.
Gamescom is like, nope.
Conference, yeah.
Yeah, com, com, convention, conference.
Sure, who knows?
Yeah. That's next week though. I'm excited for that. I think because we're gonna be doing the podcast on Wednesday if you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm down.
And I think opening night live is Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. Opening night live 2024. Gosh, these websites makes you scroll down like 8 pages just to see the time. No wonder why AI is stealing all this information. Yeah, East Coast at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, August 20th for opening night live, which is the kickoff. And that's Jeff Keighley's event. So there's probably going to be some big announcements there. And then the rest of the week is just Gamescom conferences. I know Xbox has a big booth and they're doing a 3-day live stream. So that would be interesting. Probably gonna get some release dates because Xbox has been a little bit shy about their fall release dates. Besides just saying fall and winter. So I would assume that like the Starfield Shattered Spaces DLC gets a release date because that's coming out in the fall, which is it's pretty much almost fall now.
Yeah.
And then yeah, probably gonna get more on Diablo and hopefully on Forza. I'm kind of curious. It's been 3 years since Horizon, and usually those are every 2 years they're released. So I'm curious what the next one is gonna be.
Yeah, but with the last one, because they released Motorsport in between, and Motorsport didn't do as well as they wanted it to do. So hopefully they're focusing more on Horizon. But there's also leaks and rumors that Forza Horizon is going to come to the PlayStation 5 as well.
Yeah, that was another leak. Um, the leak that I saw said that whatever game is going to be announced will most likely be announced next week during Gamescom. And what game is going to go cross-platform? But they said there's one game that will be going to PlayStation.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think Forza going there isn't a bad idea.
No, because they already have their Gran Turismo, and they don't really have a Gran Turismo Horizons or whatever you want to call
Yeah, and Forza,
whatever they would make that.
it's so good. Need for Speed hasn't come out with anything. Burnout hasn't come out with anything. The Crew.
So what happened with Burnout is that Criterion Games got bought up by EA, so they
Yeah.
work on the Need for Speed games.
Yep. And the Need for Speed games haven't really done anything either. So.
True. Yeah.
What was it? The Crew Motorfest was essentially Horizon.
Yeah. True. There's a new Wreckfest coming out. I don't know if you played any of those.
Yeah, Wreckfest 2.
Yep.
Yep.
That looks good.
Yeah. But keeping it on Forza Horizon, did you see the new update? Nothing crazy, but they just added they just added normal cars to it, which they call high performance dailies.
Oh yeah, I was hearing about that. And then they they kind of leaked what the new game mode is. It's going to be like a hide and seek kind of thing, or a cat and mouse.
Yep.
Which that's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah, so the four cars, it's a 2021 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat, a 2022 Ford Focus ST, which never came to America. That's a European exclusive.
Yep.
A 2023 Ford Fiesta ST, which is also a European exclusive.
The Fiesta ST is? I thought that came over in America.
The Fiesta and Focus ST both got discontinued in America. The ST or the Fiesta was 2018. The Focus was 2019.
Oh,
So it
interesting.
stopped at for the Fiesta it stopped at Model 7. So Model 8 was 2019 forward, and that was a European exclusive. They stopped it in the States. And then earlier this year, they made their last one. They completely stopped Fiesta production.
Yeah,
Or maybe it was
because
last
Ford
year.
doesn't make cars anymore.
Yeah. They lowered it by a lot because of America, and then the European market didn't buy them that much either.
Yeah.
And then the last car is a 2023 Toyota Camry TRD. So normal, mostly normal. They
Yeah,
added
mostly normal cars.
4 permanent new race routes in the game,
Ooh.
which are interesting. So there's 4 new races. Um, and 2 new suits, which isn't that much.
Yeah.
And then not too much else. Came out a couple days ago.
Yeah. I see their new race routes, yeah.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Just a couple more cars and a couple more races, which is the new races is nice.
Yeah, it's always good to have new routes to slide through.
Yeah, and then they've been doing some stuff with that game. I've heard that people were trying to petition Horizon 6 to be Japan.
Yeah.
Of course, that's
People
been a
really
thing.
want it to be in Japan. But
People have
they've
been
wanted that since
the first one came out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we should see. They did tease the next Forza Horizon 5 update, which is Hidden Horizons,
Yep.
which
That's
is
what I was saying about the extra game mode.
yep, update to the evolving world with the stadium maze and the return of Pathfinder, new game mode and more reward cards. So, I've been playing that a little bit. My kid really likes watching me and the wife play it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and it's nothing's bad in that game, so
Right, exactly, yeah.
so
They're just gonna learn bad driving.
yeah, pretty much. Especially in that game because I just drive through the countryside.
Of course.
But yeah, he's been watching that. He likes the cars. He yells "Go go go" and
Nice.
stuff. So, what else? Talked about that one. Did I talk about Starfield a little bit?
Not yet. What do you got on Starfield?
Uh, there was leaked footage of the ground vehicles that's coming soon.
Ooh.
So they're like dune buggy esque looking vehicles, like a moon rover almost. So people are speculating that there's like 2 different dates that they're speculating on. It's either gonna be the Shattered Space patch or the patch before that. Those are the rumors currently on when that's gonna release. Because people are thinking that they might do it all at once, or they might put it in a patch early to get people like used to it and make sure the bugs and stuff are all worked out before the big DLC comes out. But there's a video of it floating around of somebody driving it. I think it's a video. Yeah, there's a video and a bunch of images, of course.
Hmm.
But that should be out in the next 3 months. Oh gosh, everything's at full volume. Yeah, and then like of course the rumors for the new expansion are like the maps are gonna be a lot bigger because before you could like only go like 1,000 meters each direction before you hit an invisible wall, and now it's supposed to be a lot more.
Mm.
They're like redoing some stuff, so I mean it'll be interesting for sure. I am a big fan of the game, so I'm looking forward to that. Did you ever play Starfield?
I did not. Um, I've heard it's a good game, but not really not my bag, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair. I mean, it's like Fallout with a sci-fi theme, which
Yeah.
I liked Fallout a lot. I like sci-fi, so this game was like right up my alley. And there's some good twists in the story. So I've beaten it 5 times now. I think
Nice.
I'm on. I think I'm on New Game Plus 5. So yeah, that's super fun. Keeping with the Bethesda stuff. Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
The Elder Scrolls version called Elder Scrolls Castles is it's coming out soon.
Oh, I thought. Oh no, I'm thinking of what was the Elder Scrolls game for the phone? The Blades or something like that.
Blades, yeah.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, that came and went really really quick. So
It sure
but
did.
this is Elder Scrolls Castles. So it's pretty much Fallout Shelter but with an Elder Scrolls skin. And it's coming September 10th for Android and iOS. But I think you can go on and pre-register now. It's going to be free to play, of course. You build and manage your own kingdom, including designing a castle, ruling your subjects, and embarking on quests. And it's from the people who made Fallout Shelter. Which, I didn't know this, but Fallout Shelter 2 came out, but it was a China exclusive game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it like never came to America for some reason. And looking
That's
into
crazy.
it was apparently a pay to win and like microtransaction hellscape. So it was kind of like they couldn't at least release it in America because it would pretty much tarnish their name. um, but yeah, I enjoyed the first one for what it was, and the fact that it was on Xbox and PC and phone. I think, which I don't think it was cross save, but
It wasn't cross save, but I just played it on my phone constantly.
I played it on my phone, and I would have it running on my Xbox a lot too, or my PC. I think I had a save on each, honestly. So
I never played it on the console.
yeah, I mean it's the same as a phone except for instead of touch, it's controller. So it kind of feels the same. I'm not gonna jump into Elder Scrolls Castles because I never cared for Elder Scrolls, honestly. So
Yeah, I feel that.
yeah, I don't know why, but not my thing. What else? What else? Diablo 4 Season 5 came out. If anybody cares about that.
Uh, I mean, I'm not a big Diablo guy, but I know the new one's getting ready to either come out or has come out.
The expansion is gonna come out October 25th, 22nd, somewhere around there. October 8th
Yeah.
is the expansion, which adds a whole new area and stuff. So you get like a sixth zone because there's 5 in the base game. So the map gets increased by 20%. But the 5th season came out August 6th. Excuse me. And I mean they didn't do much. It's it's like the final patch, final season before the expansion. And I don't know why I'm like having trouble looking stuff up. Do do do. Oh, uniques are getting slightly reworked to have additional information in their names. I played a little bit of it. I started a hardcore character, which is, when you die, you lose your character.
Right.
So I've been just going slow through everything because I don't want to die. But I mean, I enjoy that game. It's fun. It's kind of mindless. You don't have to pay a lot of attention unless you're doing like end game stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's fun. I don't feel like looking through everything. I'm just trying to think. Oh, yeah, that's right. It had like a horde mode thing. That's right. That was a big thing.
Nice.
Yeah. And then they just did a bunch of like quality of life stuff like decreasing some bosses' health and increasing this and that. All the good bug fixes and gosh, there's a whole bunch. Where's mine? Where's mine? There we go. My sorcerer. That's what I play mostly.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just a lot of like get 1% increase from this ability. This ability has a 2% reduction, and this one got buffed from 50 to 70. It's just a bunch of that. There's like hundreds of abilities that got changed. So it's just a lot of slight tweaks to damages and stuff. So if you play it, go read the patch notes on the I almost said the Diablo website, which I guess technically the Diablo website, but the Blizzard website. And yeah, Diablo update. What else? What else? Do you have anything else? I got like two, maybe three more.
I went over the ones I wanted to go over.
Did you hear about Hi-Fi Rush? What happened with that this past week?
No. What happened with Hi-Fi Rush?
So you know how the studio got shut down a couple months
I
ago?
heard about that.
Like 2-3 months ago.
Because there was a big thing that a bunch of studios were shutting down.
Yeah, Microsoft shut down 4 of them.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. But PUBG's parent company, Krafton Inc., is in talks with Microsoft to purchase Tango Gameworks and get the rights to the studio and Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
So instead of it being shut down completely and just being dead in the water, this company is going to, the Krafton Inc. is going to purchase. Oh, it did acquire. Okay, so they were probably in talks shortly after the closing announcement, and then now that the acquisition is fully complete, it's going to work on it. And they said they were going to support Tango in the future development of Hi-Fi Rush IP. I remember there being something funky about it, so I'm trying to read. Because I know they got the rights to Hi-Fi Rush, but if I remember correctly, Microsoft is keeping the rights to the other Tango titles, which are Ghostwire Tokyo and Evil Within. However, yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo and the Evil Within will remain with Microsoft, at least for now. Both Krafton and Microsoft emphasize that there will be no impact on the existing catalog of games, which will remain available in Xbox Game Pass and other storefronts that they are presently on. So there's not going to be dropped from Game Pass. It's going to stay on there. And any stores that the games are currently on, they're going to be updated and kept live on those stores for now. But yeah, I'm excited. Hi-Fi Rush was a pretty good game. I never actually beat it, but from what I played, I got to like the second boss. I really enjoyed it. I just kind of ran out of time to play that game. So.
Yeah. Oh, did you see all the cutscenes for Black Ops 6 leaked?
Did they? Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah.
Oof, not good.
Yeah.
That's coming out soon, is it? Like,
Yeah.
What is the release date?
It's August.
August.
No, isn't it August? Hold on. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, 6. Release date. October 25th.
October 25th. Fuck.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. There is a multiplayer beta set to open pretty soon.
Yeah, and I remember because it's like the first beta in like 10 years to be on all platforms at the same time. So, I mean, hey, that's good. Xbox is not yet pushing that they own it, but you know.
Yeah.
We'll see if they actually push that. I'm actually excited for Black Ops 6, especially since I don't have to buy it this year. It's gonna be on Game Pass, and I mean, I don't know. Round-based zombies being back. Haven't played that in a while.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, I have this story. It's not that good. I have a tech story though,
Oh.
which is a very interesting story. After Microsoft canceled the HoloLens 2 and pretty much fired everybody on that, they are now looking to get back into creating mixed reality.
Oh, that'll be something.
Yeah, so after like canceling their headset, which I think the HoloLens 2 never came out, but the first one, I can't remember if the second one ever came out.
I don't think the second one ever came out. I know the first one did. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, it's great."
Yeah, I mean, they marketed it towards consumers and consumers did not buy it. And then yeah, it pretty much just went to commercial use. So like it was used a lot in like hospitals and other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely wasn't what they thought it would be, which is super interesting. But yeah, apparently they're interested in creating that again, which is hey, why not? I guess they want to compete against the Apple Vision Pro because that sold so well.
Right. Or the well, no, because I guess the Vive and the Meta Quest are still doing okay.
I don't think the Vive is still around, but the Quest for sure is. But yeah, this came out because Microsoft placed an order for hundreds of thousands of micro OLED displays,
Ooh.
and it's gonna focus on gaming and movies, and not so much on the metaverse. And they're working on having desktop Windows apps be able to work in mixed reality via the cloud, which I think that's kind of the best way to get that to work. Because otherwise, who's going to buy a headset that doesn't really have anything?
Yeah. Well, I mean, people buy PS5s and that has no games.
I mean, that's true. Even though somehow online the whole argument is that the PS5 has all the games and Xbox has none, but Xbox releases like 5 or 6 first-party games a year. PlayStation
I
there's like
know.
one. I'm like, people are like, oh, Xbox has no games except for these 4 that came out this year alone, and I'm like, PlayStation hasn't released a first-party game in like over a year. What do you mean? We're gonna get hate for that one, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um, yeah. Oh, the I don't think I said this. The micro OLED screens are from Samsung as well, so that's the
Oh,
partnership.
see, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, which I mean, it makes sense. Samsung and LG are like the leaders of screen technology essentially,
Yeah.
and I know Samsung's not a stranger to selling their screens to other companies, especially for like phones and stuff like that. But yeah, let's see. Oh, I don't think I pulled up an article for this one. Let me find it. Because Xbox, I guess more Activision, announced today that they are reworking the game files for Call of Duty so they don't take as much space.
Oh, that'll be good. I mean, they only take a couple hundred gigs, right?
Yeah, it's only like 300 gigs if you want to download stuff and play.
Yeah.
um, let's see, is this it? There's a whole roadmap of stuff going on, and they're like, the game's gonna get a patch, which is gonna download a lot of stuff, but once that downloads and is finished, it's going to actually re-optimize the game file so it will be smaller. They're going to disconnect the Warzone download from Call of Duty so it's its own thing.
Oh, that'll be good.
So if you want just Warzone, you can play just Warzone. You don't have to download like the full Call of Duty, which you do and you don't on Xbox. You can like choose what parts you want to download, but if you want Warzone, you have to download base Call of Duty and then the Warzone download. And the base
Yeah.
Call of Duty game is like 21 gigs, I want to say. But you can like delete the campaign and the multiplayer, so you don't have to have those in your game. Um, let's see. Yeah, so it's a new series of updates. Xbox is going to have one update, but PS5 is going to have multiple updates. And it's going to go alongside Season 5 on August 21st. It will optimize the Call of Duty experience, decouple premium titles from Warzone, expand on texture streaming technology, and streamline the user interface.
That could be good,
Yeah,
right?
their UI in that game is like just straight garbage. And like you load into a screen for it to like back out into another screen to like load into another screen just to like load into like a fifth screen just to play a game. And it's like it's convoluted for the sake of being convoluted.
Right.
And then like if you switch from say Warzone to multiplayer, you have to back out to the main menu, which is a loading screen, and then you have to load into like the Warzone map, which is like a whole nother. It's needlessly excessive.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, like I get having to load into each like multiplayer or Warzone, but the main home screen shouldn't have like a loading screen, and it should be like better streamlined. It's really messy. So if they can clean that up a bit, have it like maybe when you launch it, if you only have one game, it just launches straight to that game. But if you have multiple downloaded, it brings you to like a menu that just has the game titles, and you choose which one would probably be the best.
Mm.
Because right now it has you can choose game titles, but then it also loads in game modes from different titles and also loads in other stuff all into like the main home screen. So it just takes forever and it's gross. Um, but yeah, so that'll be interesting. Coming August 21st with season 5 of Modern Warfare 3. And then, yeah, did we say October 25th for the Black Ops 6? So I'm sure that will have its own bells and whistles.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure Warzone's probably going to have updates too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, here we go. I found their roadmaps. I'm going to read off some of the stuff. Um, already talked about the 21st, which is their tech update, reorganization of data, and that's going to help prepare for Black Ops 6 beta and launch, as well as the other stuff. Beta is August 30th. Mid October is when they're going to launch the new user interface, which they are saying it's the final preparations for Black Ops 6 launch, introduction to new user interface, and remaining updates as we head into launch. And then October 25th is Black Ops 6 playable via instant launch from new landing page. And then Call of Duty Warzone playable via cross launch. And both Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty Warzone in Season 1, which the date is blacked out, are playable via instant launch from landing page. So it looks like on the 25th, Warzone's going to have the cross launch feature, but sometime in Season 1, it's going to be playable via instant launch from the landing page. So some updates. Give it a few months, and I'm sure it will be a lot better. So there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
all I had.
That's you got everything from me, man.
Yeah, 2 weeks worth of updates. I think there was a couple more, but they weren't big stories, so I kind of just skipped over them.
Yeah. Not really a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, there
You know
is
what I
and
mean?
there's not. Not much going on because next week is Gamescom, And then last week was
Yeah.
QuakeCon, so I mean there wasn't much at QuakeCon. It's a Doom thing. Um, but yeah, next week for sure. There's gonna be more to talk about. Um, I'm excited because just new stuff.
Right.
Um, and then Monster Hunter. I've been seeing stuff all over for that, and I just don't care about it. I don't know if you do, but
No, I mean Monster Hunter is fun to play, but I'm just not a big. It's not my jam, you know. I mean, the last one was fun because multiplayer, so you can just have a group of people playing for a good amount of time. But
yeah, I mean that's always fun. But
yeah,
I'm not big into boss battles, which is why I don't play like Souls games and the like.
right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, nope. I thought I had something, but I don't. So yeah, I mean, next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. most likely, same time.
7 p.m. sounds good. We'll see you
Yeah,
guys Wednesday.
yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on all the socials and like and subscribe and
All the
review,
yeah, 5 stars. Get
or
us
or you know, or
one
one
star.
star, whatever.
Yeah, get us reviews. I don't know if that
Get us
matters or not.
reviews.
It
Yeah, just
pushes
as long
us.
as that's all that matters.
Give us feedback. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what we can do better.
Yeah, maybe have things uploaded on time, and that's
Nah,
my
nah,
fault.
nah, nah, nothing about that.
Yeah, that's my fault. I was really bad about uploading the on the podcast feeds that we have, but I'll get that done. I'm going out of town next weekend, so that's why we're doing it Wednesday. So that'll be fun. Um, no other news. Nothing to promote. I don't know why I'm struggling with brain right now. But yeah,
Brain
like
don't work too good.
nope, nope. But like he said, thanks everybody for tuning in, hanging out, and yeah, drop a like, follow us on social medias, follow us on all the podcast services. If you like us, get us out there. Tell us how we can do better. Send us messages on, I guess anything. I've been using
Yeah,
Instagram
join our
and
Discord.
yeah, the Discord. That's probably the best place, especially if you tag me because I get those. I have notifications on. I've been using Threads and Instagram a little bit more, so
Yeah.
shoot us a message anywhere. We'll find it eventually and respond. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.